Thank you for taking this moment to breathe and to listen to what can change your life forever. My name is Ragne Sinikas, and I'm the founder of Starpreneurs TV, How to Dominate the Decade talk show, World Women Conference in the Words, and the creator of Coral Desk. My mission is to empower through education, and I want to thank you for taking this time to really grow yourself and just investing in yourself. Today, I have the honor to talk with Amber Lyons. She's domestic violence and youth advocate, CEO, founder, visionary, speaker, preacher, teacher, artist manager, podcast host, and there is so much more. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Amber, and she's going to tell us her story. So welcome, Amber. Who is Amber?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here today. I am so excited to join you as the leader and the founder of the World Women Conference and Awards. It is an honor to be able to be here today. So thank you so much for this time. Amber is a woman who has been through a lot in her life, but has found a way to take what I have gone through and traverse through as far as a painful time, a dark time in my life, and make it a place to catapult me from being what people consider as being a victim per se, or being someone who went through something, to not only being a survivor, but to being a thriver. Someone who actually takes what you have gone through and help others to come out of their situations. And even if they're not a part of what you have gone through, to help people to come out of a place of just merely existing, to tapping into the purpose that they have. I'm a mother of 3 adult children. I have 2 adult daughters, Naquana Thomas and Janelle Lyons. And they both have 2 children of their own. Naquana and her husband have 2 children. My 2 grandchildren, Torian Thomas and Tegan Thomas. And then my daughter Janelle and her fiance, they have 2 children, Zaire Ratley and Ziana Ratley. So I'm a proud mother and grandmother. And then I have my youngest son, who is Emmanuel Lyons, AKA St. Even, who I'm also his manager. He just graduated from Kennesaw State University with his Bachelor of Arts in theater and performance studies with a concentration in acting. So although COVID-19 didn't allow us to have a graduation, he has his degree. It came in the mail. So I am a proud mother. I'm a family woman. I'm a supporter and encourager and influencer. I love people. And I just am a woman who loves God and wants to be able to be used by him to help people to be empowered, you know, to be able to live our best lives and to be effective in what we're doing.
I know that the next question, which I'm going to ask you, has a lot to do also why you're doing what you're doing. So let's talk about your purpose and passion in life.
Okay. Well, my purpose and my passion in life, like I said, my passion in life is to be able to help others, to be able to actually transition from a place of pain to a place of purpose. And although the work that I do, you know, we'll talk about that, and from pain to purpose, we'll talk about that. We just use various types of tools to be able to help people identify their pain, because you cannot heal from pain if you don't identify it. It must first be identified. And a lot of times our pain has Band-Aids on it, has bandages on it. They've been on there for years. We've buried them under the rug, we've hidden them, and we don't expose them because of so many different reasons, because of fear of retaliation, you know, fear of people not believing us, fear of someone saying that they did not do what they did. And sometimes we walk into the pain and allow the pain, you know, we open up the doors a lot of times. It's not sometimes that you're a victim, but you've opened the door. And we have to also be able to take accountability when we do step out and allow ourselves to move into areas that cause us pain. But the ultimate goal is to be able to heal from that pain, identify that pain, Some pains are worse than others. Some pains are chronic. We've been having them for many, many years, and others are something that just happened. It might be an acute, sharp pain. Some pains, they're phantom pains. It's like a limb that's been removed or something happened in the past and you get triggered and it happens again. But whatever it is, we need to identify it, expose it. Not that you have to put it all over social media, but we need to be able to give it some air, give it that opportunity to be able to receive what it needs to be healed. And sometimes for us, that means counseling, that means different things, that means talking to someone, getting resources. So that's my job, to be able to help people tap into that area so that because people need to know that they have a purpose in life. None of us were created for just to be here. We all have a reason, and we don't all have the same reason and purpose in life, but God created us for a reason, and we should not live our lives just merely existing. So that's my passion,
I can see that.
I get excited. And do you know that a lot of people don't realize their misery is usually tied to their message, and their pain is usually tied to their purpose. So if we can identify those things, get healing, however the healing comes, and be able to attach ourselves to that purpose, align ourselves to that purpose, we will be able to do what we're called to do.
When I went through your biography, you are involved in many, many projects, and that means that a lot of people have chosen you. So what would you say, how do you distinguish yourself in business and in life? What is this something that draws people to you?
I think it's first of all, one of the things that I know that are drawing people to me now, of course, is God shining his light through me, because I have been working for years, been working in the background, what you would call obscurity, hidden, doing the work in the community, doing the work to help others, supporting my family, doing ministry, birthing other people's visions. That's where I come from. I'm not an overnight wonder. I didn't just appear today. I've been grinding for years as a grassroots organization in the community. Sometimes, people not knowing who you are, but one of the things I say that people are drawn to is my fiery passion. And I know that Lakeisha James, who was the leader of the Atlanta chapter of the World Women Conference and Awards, when we talked, she was like, oh my God, I can feel you through the phone. I can feel your passion. And that's what a lot of people tell me. They call it fire. They call it, you bringing it, whatever. But it's just me. When I begin to speak about the things that matter and how people matter to me, I can't help but kind of get, and there might be kind of the Brooklyn in me too. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. But that's the thing I think that's drawing people. And I have to say God, because if he does not open the door and he does not reveal me to people, I'll stay hidden.
Yeah. So let's talk about your I would say most probably one of your babies, From Pain to Purpose.
Yes.
Why did you founded it, and what was the original plan or idea for that?
Okay, so From Pain to Purpose is a domestic violence and teen dating violence awareness advocacy organization that works in the community to educate, empower, encourage, and to equip people of men, women, children, people of all ages in regards to the social issues of domestic violence and teen dating violence awareness, to help build healthy skills. It came from a dark time in my life. It came from being in a marriage where it was not the healthiest. It was a toxic marriage. And by definition, it was considered it's definitely defined was as domestic violence or abuse. Now, the things that people would say is, oh my God, you can't use those terms. But the thing is that people do not understand what domestic violence is. It is a cycle of behavior where one person uses power control over another. You use intimidation, you use mental, emotional, verbal. See, people attach it to only verbal. If someone is not getting killed, someone is not, having a gun put to their head, someone's not ending up with a black eye or scars and stuff that you can physically see, they think, oh, you ain't been through nothing, or you're just making that up. But how about the mental anguish? How about the mental abuse? How about the spiritual abuse? How about the different types of financial abuse, the different types of abuse that people go through? That verbal abuse, if you get that scar, it will heal over time. But sometimes people's hearts and their spirits will never come back. You know, the Bible lets us know that who can bear a wounded spirit? That like you have to be able to have healing, to be able to get your spirit be healed, and to be able to be reborn and be renewed. And sometimes people never come back from that, even when they get out of the situation physically. Sometimes mentally and emotionally, they're stuck there. So from pain to purpose was birthed to be able to just be able to help men and women, women and children really, who are coming out of those type of situations and suffering in silence. But it has become so much more. It has become a community organization where we actually help not just women and children, but men as well, because men suffer in silence as well in those types of situations. And our heart goes out to be able to help the young people who are really dealing with teen dating violence, because that is rampant in our world today. I mean, you have millions and millions of women and girls who are who will be physically abused in their lifetime, 1 in 3 in their lifetime, and that's a lot of people. So we have to be able to give them resources, support them. There's the same support. I am a product of the New York City Family Justice Center, where I went for resources. I'm a product of the mayor's office to combat domestic violence in New York City. I went through training with them in San Antonio, Texas. They chose me because they saw my heart and my passion to be able to help other people. So they sent me to San Antonio, Texas for several days of training. And we worked with police officers and all people in all kind of areas in the community to be able to get training, to be prepared to come back and help your community and be able to do the work that we're called to do. So from pain to purpose is an important organization, especially as grassroots in the community. And we tap into and work with the bigger domestic violence organizations like Partnership Against Domestic Violence, the Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So we partner with bigger organizations at different times and have worked with them to be able to strengthen the work that we're doing.
Yes, I saw the impressive lineup of all those organizations that you have worked with and collaborated with. So that caught my eye, as well as seeing that you are really impacting, and not only the place where you live, but have lived throughout the years that you have been. But let's talk about also. There was another youth program which you mentioned in the beginning as well. So tell us about our Healing Pain Through the Arts Youth Program. What is this? What is who do you help, and who should really turn to you in case of?
Well, Healing Pain Through the Arts is our youth program under From Pain to Purpose, and Healing Pain Through the Arts is an arts program where we use the arts as a cathartic tool to help our young people heal from pain. It was birthed in, I believe, 2013, and God gave me the vision to be able to help young people traverse through pain. And even though we were doing it to honor Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. That's when our annual events were. We were doing it then. We started out with Healing Pain Through the Arts open mic nights, where we would give young people an opportunity to perform pieces that had to do with healing. It had to do with, it not just healing, but it had to do with the pain, because we believe in uncovering the pain so that it can be healed. So it had to do with your hurt. We've had young people, when we began to work with DeKalb Early College Academy, which we worked with for several years. I would go in and train the young people. We'll work with them for about 6 to 8 weeks prior to the open mic night, coach them on their pieces. They would do drama, they would do dance, they would do hip hop, they would do singing, music. We even had an artist who drew to music. This is whatever the artistic form is, it is cathartic to help us heal pain and music. And Healing Pain Through the Arts, honestly, was birthed through my son. my son, Emmanuel Lyons, AKA St. Even, he used his music to help him heal pain. And God gave me that. He gave me healing pain through the arts, because if he could help use his music as a cathartic tool to help him heal pain, his pain, we could do that for others. So that's what Healing Pain Through the Arts is all about. And I mean, we have our Healing Pain Through the Arts Teen Spotlight Awards, which I'm so proud of, where we honor young people in the community who have come through life adversities and challenges and are using their gifts and talents to inspire other people. So in 2018, we honored 11 young people. We rolled out red carpet. We had media there to interview them. They had a VIP reception. They got all dressed up. It was an after 5 affair. Their stories were told. It was very inspiring. We had performing artists, just in a wonderful award ceremony. But prior to that, we had already been giving out the Healing Pain Through the Arts Teen Spotlight Awards at our open mic nights for 3 years prior to that. But 2018 was our big award ceremony, and we were planning it for 2020 to honor 20 youth in 2020, but coronavirus won't let us be great.
Well, I think what we all need to do is find the ways how to be supreme.
Exactly. We've had to postpone it a couple of times, but we still have the vision, so we're still working towards doing that. But we love young people. We work with, also part of our Healing Pain Through the Arts is our Youth Speak Out podcast. And that has been amazing. When COVID-19 hit and everything went shut down, we had to go, instead of just being on digital, we went virtual. So we started doing every 2 weeks, we would do a podcast where people could actually tune in live and see. People could begin to engage. We have 4 phenomenal co-hosts that when you want to say the young people, give it raw and tell it uncut. But it's a platform so they could be able to have a voice in regards to things that matter to them.
That's beautiful. So I know that you're busy, so I'm curious. So that's why what other projects are you doing, and are you involved in other nonprofits?
Well, I am. I do partner with other organizations, and I'm a big part of my church ministry. I've been doing a lot of intercessory praying for. We teach Bible study for virtual. So, like on Sunday mornings, when it went to shut down after about a month of us being virtual, I would begin to go into the church to help do the virtual service, and I would share the platform, my church's Spirit and Truth Worship Center, under the auspices of my pastors, who has happened to be my sister, and my brother-in-law, Pastor Curtin Hedger Buckmeyer, in Loganville, Georgia. So I've been doing that. That's been a consistent thing where we're going in every Sunday. We're leading the prayer service. Sometimes on Wednesday night, we'll do it virtually on the first Wednesday of the month. My church back home in New York, New Life Cathedral, they have called me several times to be on their prayer call. So I've been doing that all during the shutdown. I just got a reach out today from another church that wants me to do a prayer call next week. We have all kind of interviews that we've been doing. I was just on the Daily Huddle 2 Fridays ago and went back this past Friday to celebrate their 100th episode. So they brought me in as an expert guest to talk about healing pain.
That's interesting. Why would they?
Things like that, yeah. I'm going to be interviewed next week on the Chili Mo show out of Alabama. He's in Los Angeles, California, but the show is in Alabama. I'm going to be a guest on that show actually on the 20th of August. So I'll be talking on there. So I've been on She Exists. That's a show. We'll be doing monthly collaborations. That's a women's empowerment organization out of Florida. I've just been given some beautiful awards and Women Elevated out of North Carolina. I've just been named the 2020 Ladies of Distinction for the Cover magazine with a page in the magazine, and that's by Dreamland Productions in Memphis, Tennessee. So I've been a little busy. We just did a relationship show on the Boaz and Ruth Friday night. So, and I've been working with our singles ministry. In my church, I serve as the elder over the social media ministry, the leader that's over the social media ministry, and also I serve as the elder over the leader of our singles ministry, which is called SALT, Single Adults Living Truth. So the whole time during these past 4 months, we've been doing Friday night Zooms, and we've been encouraging one another and lifting one another up and sharing and talking about preparing for marriage and things like that. So I think that I've been more busy during this shutdown than I was before. As a matter of fact, I know I have.
Indeed, indeed. But you are watching, then today it's one very, very important thing to understand. If you paid attention how Amber was saying that she has been doing the work for years behind the scenes, this is the time when it starts to manifest for her. And you see in true power now that when we help others and when we understand that the power that you and me have every day to change someone else's life, to give them the voice that they deserve, to give them the choice that they deserve, that will manifest also in your life.
Yes.
So Amber is a great example of that, and keep that in mind next time when you get this. When we give a lot from ourselves, and sometimes when there is also takers who go for more of it, and when you feel that feeling in your deep in your core that why do I do that? I'm like giving, and then the takers are like it's not enough. So you know that there are actually people that they do need your help, and never stop whatever. Just do whatever it takes and use those rocks which are thrown at you to build your empire.
Most definitely.
So Amber is when I saw Amber's biography and when Amber was referred to me, sometimes even before meeting someone, you just get the vibration, and I think her passion is, and the vibration that is really reflected on her passion is very strong. Whatever she does with a lot of heart in it, and that's also one point that each of us can write down and think, how can whatever I do leave it better than it was before. But whoever you're watching, if you have any questions, if you have any recommendation, comments, leave them below the video. We will answer them once the video is premiered. But let's move on. Amber, what do you think? What will the future bring to you personally and professionally?
Woo. The world is mine. Well, the future, I see myself speaking all over the world. I see myself to be able to help people, like I said, find and walk in their purpose. I see myself in the future. One of our goals is to reach and touch 1 million youth positively, and we are well on our way. And being a part and being appointed as the domestic violence and youth advocate of the World Women, the Atlanta chapter of the World Women Conference and Awards is definitely providing me with another level of being able to do that globally. So I'm so honored to be able to do that. Yes, I see myself walking in purpose, continue to support others, continue to empower others, continue to give others a healthy voice, continue to be able to mentor people, to continue to be able to love on people, because love is something that is very, very, very missing today. We're so caught up with everything that's going on in the world, with the pandemic and the social distancing, and I'm a people person, and I personally am a hugger. And we did something on on our podcast and gave some facts on how important hugging is on a daily basis. So that those are things that people are being separated. They're being closed off. So I see myself being able to be back in the world again, around people, being able to embrace them, being able to show love and give a healing hug, and to be, I mean, not just any and everybody, but you know, just to be able to those that you connect with and you network. I see myself networking. I see myself opening up doors for other people to come with me and to come behind from the work that we're doing, the path that we're making, that we're creating a way, because we stand on the shoulders of others. So we want people to come and stand on our shoulders and come along with us, especially our youth. And that's why I work with them so hard, because they are important. And, you know, they are the ones sometimes that are overlooked and neglected. And we need to be able to continue to open up doors, embrace them. When I see youth, I see them as outstanding, unique, and refined. They're not just your child. So I want us, one of the things that I see myself doing is helping to re-raise the village. That is one of the things that we're doing in Healing Pain Through the Arts. We want people to understand that it's not just about tunnel vision, about me and mine, and be concerned about what I got going on. Yes, we're all busy. Yes, we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to be successful. But if we connect with one another, the Bible says if one can chase 1,000, but two can put 10,000 to flight. But you see the multiplication when you just add one other person. So those are the things we're trying to do. Get people to support. I've been doing a support challenge hashtag for at least 6 years. So together we are better. Those are the things I see myself doing, going around this world, raising that bar, letting people know that we need one another, letting people know we can work together. There's power when we join forces. So I see myself remarried one day.
Well, Amber is going to be very busy. So, she's already busy, but we just understood that she's planning to be actually even more busy. But Amber, share your 3 recommendations how to dominate the decade.
How to dominate the decade. My goodness. First of all, we need to know what dominate means. If we're going to dominate means to rule. It means to govern. It means to permeate. It's a force that, you know, you are actually, when people say dominate, it's like, you know, you feel like you've taken over, and it can be seen positively and negatively. So if you have dominoes, you know, the dominoes, when they just go shh, and they're standing and you hit one and they all go flying down, that's dominating. So that is something that we have to be able to understand. The Bible also lets us know that it's okay. It's not a negative thing to dominate, because he said, Adam and Eve were told to replenish the earth, multiply, and to dominate and subdue it. In Genesis, in the first chapter, the 26 to 28 verses, we have to understand that it's okay. Even as a woman of God, you know, we can't be so shy, like, oh, I'm not going to dominate. Oh, that's not for me, baby. You better dominate whatever God gives you to do. Take those talents and reproduce them. And that's what we have to do. So dominating, for me, I would say the first thing you need to do is take risks. You will not be able to dominate if you're going to play it safe. See, when I birthed from pain to purpose, when I birthed from healing pain through the arts, that was taking a risk. Because first of all, I was putting myself on the front line to say, this is what I've been through. When people were trying to, you know, turn their back on me, or people were trying to make it seem like it wasn't real. And let me tell you, it's a thing that you have to be able to have faith. You will not be able to dominate without having faith, because there's going to be dark times. There's going to be bleak times. There's going to be times where you can't see your way. There's going to be times where you actually don't know what you're doing, but yet you're stepping out there because you have that urge, you have that urgency, that passion. So you have to be able to take risks. Do not be afraid. They say scared money don't make money. So you have to be able to
That's a good one.
You have to be able to invest. If you're going to take risks, you got to invest. You got to take some courses, maybe. You got to invest in yourself, take some webinars. Don't be afraid to step out on nothing. Because if you don't, you'll stay and you'll never be able to know whether or not you can do it. And you won't be able to rule. You won't be able to govern. You won't be able to permeate the rooms that you walk in, or permeate the area or the region that you're in. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would say is don't stop no matter what. Because sometimes it gets hard. No, not sometimes. It will get hard, especially as an entrepreneur. It gets hard. It gets frustrating. It gets discouraging. Sometimes it gets weary. But guess what? Even if you have to rebrand yourself, rip up that plan, rewrite it, start over, even if you have to, oh, that team didn't work, I can't get a team, because a lot of this we cannot do alone. You have to be able to back to faith, say, this is what I was called to do. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep working it. I'm going to keep moving forward. You have to invest your money. You have to invest your time, your treasure, your talents to be able to keep moving forward. In 2018, my son and I became co-authors in a book called Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. You have to get a daily mentality that I am going to command my day. This is going to be a great day. I'm going to make a client today. I'm going to be successful today. Begin to speak those things. You have to prepare, you have to practice, and you have to possess in order to be able to dominate. So those are things we have to do. And then lastly, in order to be able to dominate, you have to be able to be ready to seize your opportunity in your moment. When you reached out to me and you said, I want to interview you on Dominating the Decade, I was like, whoa. Okay. The leader of this global world organization wants to talk to me about dominating a decade. But guess what? I have been prepared. I have been preparing myself. I was already prepared. They said that when preparation and opportunity connect, that is success. So we have to be able to practice, prepare, and practice. Practice, keep doing it over and over again. Even if it fails, keep going, tweak it, turn it around, flip it upside down, do whatever you gotta do, but just don't stop. And you know what? Wake up winning is a mentality, because our atmosphere and the things around us in life, like COVID-19 and even like the racial injustice and all the things that's going on in the world, they will stop you in your tracks. But if you wake up with a winning mentality saying, I'm winning today, it doesn't matter, my mind is to win, you will keep going. I have a mantra, don't stop, won't stop. And that's what you have to do. Take risks. What was the thing? Take risks. Don't stop, and be ready to seize your opportunity in your moment.
Beautiful. I think that there is absolutely no way how you can not dominate the decade if you follow that advice. So my advice now is that if you didn't write those points down, go back to this video, write them down, and not just writing them down, but also really taking action on them. Amber, if someone wants to follow you, if someone wants to reach out to you, how they can do so?
Okay, well, you can connect with us on our website, www.FromPainToPurpose.net, www.FromPainToPurpose.net. You can connect with us on all of our social media through our website. You can connect with us through the World Women Conference Awards organization. Our Atlanta chapter has a page on Facebook. The World Women Conference Awards has a page on Facebook. You can connect with me through there. You can connect with me through my own Facebook page, Amber Ann Lyons. Lyons is Lyons. And From Pain to Purpose, our page on Facebook. Our Healing Pain Through the Arts group on Facebook, and on YouTube, you connect with us From Pain to Purpose Inc. On our YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe, and also on Instagram, Amber Lyons, From Pain to Purpose, and YSO Podcast, and on Twitter, Pain to Purpose and YSO_podcast.
Beautiful. So Amber, if someone is listening or watching today, and what would be the sort of message that they want to take from it? Like, how do you want to be remembered from this interview? What is your secret sauce, secret, whatever you want to, how you want to be remembered today?
I would love to be remembered today as a woman who came from obscurity to a time like Esther, called into the kingdom for such a time as this. I believe that I'm walking in my now season and my now time. And that's what I would like to be remembered as, that I have, just like I came from out of obscurity, so many are in. And you don't have to remain where you are, in a place of pain, a place of, even if you're not in pain, a place of wonderment. What am I doing with my life? You have a purpose. That's what I want you to know. And I want you to connect with someone, connect with me, so that we can help you tap into your purpose. Connect with resources that will help you, support you, and be able to take you to the place where you can effectively live out your life. Because what you do between your sunrise and your sunset is what matters. What are you doing in that dash?
That's a beautiful, beautiful message to really tap into someone's mind. So I want to thank you, Amber, for taking the time and really contributing to our audience and sharing your story. I think your story is one very inspirational. Two, also will show a lot of light to many. And I think Amber's story today is a great proof that when you don't let your circumstances to define you, everything is possible. But where the change really starts is you. And usually our belief systems and the fear are the main reasons why we stay where we are, why we do the things that we're doing, because we're too afraid to go even against ourselves. Because if our belief system is something that tells us like, no, that's not the way that it's done, then you're basically fighting with yourself. So today you saw the living proof that everything is possible.
Everything.
So I invite you to be the hero of your own life by taking action. And you can also be the hero in someone else's life. How? By sharing this video, because we never know when there's a domestic violence or any youth that is in trouble and they need the shining light in the end of that tunnel. So be that light for them. Share the video, and therefore they can be in contact with Amber and their lives can be changed. So
Yes.
be the agent for change and share the video. I want to thank you, everybody, that you joined us, Amber as well. I will see everybody in our next episode, and have a peaceful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.